This is the Shawn Yankey Show.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack.
This episode of the Shawn Yankey Show is being brought to you by the support of viewers like me. We realize the importance of independent media and truth in this time of mass deceit and propaganda. We have decided to fight for and support it to keep it alive. You can help us in this fight for truth. Contribute at patreon.com/Shawn Yankey. Thanks for coming to the show. It'll begin soon.
Hey everybody, get in here. This is the Shawn Yankey Show. I am Shawn, and we are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So no matter where you are or when you're watching, please take part in the show. Because what this is a discussion-driven chat show that feeds off of the comment section, and we discuss pretty much anything and everything every weeknight. We gather here every weeknight and have a conversation. Each night we have a different theme on the show. Tonight happens to be rant night. So soon we'll be getting our frustrations out and clearing up some of the grievances before we get started. I want to say hi to the peeps that are already here though and get the conversation started. So hey Joan got first tonight. Good to see you. Lolly's here. Hey Helen. Lee's here. Hey Alice, I was on time. I've been trying to be real punctual. Ever since you pointed that out, I've been trying to be a lot more professional and punctual for you because this is my real job, at least in my mind. This is what I love to do. So I want to be on time for y'all, and I'm working on it. Hey Heath, hey Dolores, hey Ron. Sharing is caring. That is right. We are just a little independent show, completely dependent on y'all to share this out and get this out as far as you can. We're very suppressed on every platform. Matter of fact, we're on our final warnings on most, and it's just hard to get it out. But what does help is sharing it out, inviting your friends, getting people in here. Word of mouth is really nice, telling people about the show. But this is easy. Smash them buttons. If you're here on Facebook, they have all these buttons. You can play like a piano. And if you smash them, not only is it cool, and you get to be a little bubble that goes up the screen, it helps the show. It tricks the computer, the algorithm, into thinking something fantastically interesting is going on in here, and it gets it out to more people. But no matter what platform you're on, though, make sure you hit that like button. A lot of people forget sometimes. Go ahead and do that. That helps. It really does. And it's something small that you can do that really does help us out. But hey, Dale, and yes, Heath, the bitching will begin. We will be commencing in just a few moments. I have a lot to get off my chest, and I prepared some things to rant about to you, and some stories I have picked out as well that we can talk about. But anything you guys want to get into at all, please bring it up in the comments. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Lolly. This is a career, and the job is necessary at the moment, but won't always be. And it's not what matters. So thank you. That's a good way to put it. But before we get started with the rants, I want to remind y'all what we have coming up tomorrow night here on the Shawn Yankey Show. Ty Nightfall is coming back to the show, so make sure to come back for that. He is a fantastic guest and very, very interesting person. I always have a great time when Ty's on. I think this is his third or fourth time coming on the show, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you come back for that tomorrow night. But like I said, tonight is rant night. And this is when we get our frustrations out and clear our heads of the useless clutter bogging our minds down. Now, I'm actually quite pissed about something real in my life. But like most of you, I have to work to support myself. And as a result, my expression is limited at times by those financial restraints. But as many people around the country are dealing with, my state is being hit with severe weather. And I ended up having to commit the cardinal sin in the world of the working man. I had to call in. I didn't feel safe to drive, so I called into work. Simple, right? Easy. No big deal. You'd think so, but no. I crossed a line of trust in their eyes. I stepped out of line. I forgot my role. I dared to put my own safety before their business needs. And I forgot my place. One day, like we were just talking about, I won't need that job. And on that day, I will get to regain my dignity. But until then, unfortunately, I am now in the uncomfortable spot we all find ourselves in at one time or another, where I'm forced by necessity to be somewhere that I no longer want to be. You see, I'm weird. I want to be treated as an asset, not as property. See, I don't feel that I belong to you. I work for you. You do not own me. And I'm also weird in another way. If you don't show me that you value my effort, I tend to not give it as freely. I know my own value. If you don't see it, that's on you, but let's not bullshit each other now that the truth has been exposed. I will do with that knowledge what I now see needs to be done, and I consider this experience a learning experience. There's something every boss needs to keep in mind, especially when dealing with a valuable employee. I was looking for a job when I found this one, and you're not the only gig in town. You know, I have been a boss. I've had 40 employees under me, so I know for a fact that it is possible to run a profitable business that does well, is competitive, and treat people with dignity at the same time. So what we're really discussing here is shitty people, unreasonable, selfish individuals who put their own wants and needs before everyone and everything else. These people all too often find their ways into positions of authority and always abuse it when they do. But in the end, they get what they deserve. It's unfortunate, and the real message here is know your own value and don't accept anything less. And don't let people treat you as an object they can just use up and discard on a whim. And I feel offended by the way I was treated, but in the end, that offense is my own fault. I attributed traits to someone that didn't deserve them, and when the truth was shown to me, it hurt because of my own misconceptions. Now I understand. And in other bullshit, House Democrats are trying to make sure no one remembers former President Donald Trump. With a new bill they're introducing that doesn't mention Trump's name, but is clearly aimed at him, a collection of Democratic House members are looking to block any twice impeached president from pretty much any recognition on federal land. And that includes barring federal funds from going towards building a dedicated highway, park, subway, federal building, military installment, street, or any other federal property in Trump's name, twice impeached president, as well as preventing that president's burial at Arlington National Cemetery. The former presidents usually get a good number of perks once they leave office, including receiving a pension and funding to pay for assistance. But this bill would also strip any twice impeached president of all of that, save for Secret Service protection. Federal funds couldn't be used to create or rededicate monuments or buildings to Trump, or go to any state that intends to use those funds to do so. And this bill is called the No Glory for Hate Act. Now, this is madness. And honestly, anyone that signs on to this bill should have their competence to hold office seriously questioned. This is just a further attempt to demonize Donald Trump. Are we removing war criminals with this No Glory for Hate Act? What about individuals that bombed more people than any other president? Is killing not an act of hate? Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. I don't give a rat's ass what your personal opinion of Trump is. If you think he's any worse than our past collection of presidents, then you're beyond brainwashed. Personally, I feel he's better than most past presidents, and this is exactly what he is calling it, a witch hunt. That's all they intend to do, is keep selling Donald Trump as their boogeyman. And this behavior by establishment Dems is irrational and deeply disturbing. Now, these are public servants who need to get their ass to work serving the public, not wasting taxpayer resources on nonsense. And in other public servants who have lost their damn minds news, Ted Cruz went on a Cancun vacation while his state suffers a major power crisis amidst dangerous temperatures. Proving he gives not one single fuck about his constituents, Ted Chubby Wolverine Cruz flew off to Cancun as his state dealt with a power crisis because Ted is rich and powerful and in the big club that you and I are not in, and this should come as a shock to absolutely no one. Ted Cruz or any politician, I don't care who, does not give a single thought to us poors. They do not care about us at all. And they get away with it every day because instead of paying attention to the mountains of evidence that they exploit the American people at every opportunity and milk their citizens dry, these moronic sheep listen instead to the pretty lies that fall from their lips. Now, let's be honest. It's not the politicians. It's not the elite Luciferian monsters. Our real enemy is the willfully ignorant masses. These brain-dead mouth breathers that walk aimlessly through life, believing only what they are told to and ignoring everything else. If these dumbasses that have gotten us into this spot, because you and I, we're not shocked that Ted Cruz doesn't care his supporters are suffering. We know he's got lobbyist money to spend and a tan to think about. Hell, it's fucking cold in Texas, and he has the means to escape it because we fucking gave it to him. And we can just as easily take it away. But these dumbasses would rather stare stupidly every time one of these rich assholes shows you they don't care about you. Yes, Ted Cruz jets off to Mexico as people suffer. And yes, Nancy Pelosi has gotten rich as shit at the expense of her state as well. All of these paid actors, they do not represent you. They are stuffed suits that only represent the moneyed interest, and they are out for themselves. So yes, Ted Cruz sucks, but they all do. Every one of them. Right? All. NWA needs to make a new song about politicians in the same vein as their police theme. Right? I'm not saying anything good or bad about him, Nissa. Like I said, your personal opinion about him doesn't matter. What's going on is ridiculous. Is that how you want your taxpayer funds used? For witch hunts against someone that's no longer in office? Kentucky in the house. How you doing? Good to see more people came in while I was ranting and venting my frustrations. But that's some of the stuff that I picked out to talk about. There is more, and we're going to get into it, but I wanted to check in with you guys. Ron says he calls in just to test him. That's almost how you got to be, right? Because that's what happened to me. I cared too much and got my feelings hurt. But, oh well. Yeah. Yeah. She's a very well-paid actress. That's what she is an actress. They're putting on a show. It's theater. Now, are you in Texas now and from Kentucky, or you just love Texas? Right, Lee? I can't believe people are shocked. That's what throws me off. You know, Mitch McConnell in Kentucky, that boggles my mind how he has stayed in office for so long and how rich he's gotten at the expense of these people. And they just keep voting for him. So they don't pay any attention to what he does, just what he says. Wow. Yes. The Perseverance rover has landed on Mars. A new rover. There's a new rover on Mars, y'all. There's live footage today of them landing it on Mars. It was some of the best CGI you could ever wish to see. It might even be CGI, but it was probably filmed in the desert. There's nothing on Mars. Nothing we put there. It's ridiculous. CJ says they stay in office because they're selected, not elected. The people have nothing to do with it. That is the problem. That's the problem. That's the real problem. That's the elephant in the room. That's what's holding us back. It's stupidity. Oh, yeah. Look, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People eat this shit up. And I feel really bad about it. Sometimes I feel sorry for them. How do you believe this? You know, they're gently landing a rover on Mars. Okay, here we go. Live in Kentucky, from Alabama. My heart goes to Texas and Carolina. She's got a lot of the country covered. I'm trying to figure out who this is in reference to. That is funny. But yeah, I was watching some of that feed today. They were promoting that the Perseverance rover has landed on Mars. And I just feel like it's just ridiculous. They'll tell you in one moment that they can't get through the Van Allen radiation belts, can't even get equipment through it. And then they'll also tell you that they're sending robots to take pictures of Mars. It's ridiculous. I can't believe people eat it up. Oh, really? You were there in your own spaceship out cruising the galaxy? Man, I don't have the equipment to take a moon ride right now, but if I was on a moon ride, I might have seen them going by too. Hey, Marie. Good to see you. Do we care about the rover? No, it just came up. Joan says soon we'll be sending rich people on a one-way trip to Mars. Well, anybody in the know wouldn't even be doing it, but anybody with the money to do it, they would just take their money and then. Well, I mean, you give me something. I was just complaining about a Mars rover and because it came up. What would you like to rant about? Anything at all? Anything at all? I am at your service. But I noticed that they're pushing. This is weird that and I'm not saying that they're not behind a lot of misinformation, but that China spearheaded the misinformation campaign and profited the most off of the pandemic. Really? I'm pretty sure that the top 1% enriched themselves by almost 30% in the past year. Now, imagine China made a lot of money. They're a nation, you know, when you're looking at it that way. But this is like 4 or 5 people made a disgusting amount of money during this pandemic. So I don't know, especially being how they are the ones that orchestrated and held demonstrations of the exact same kind of pandemic and how to best respond and use it. Reparations? Well, how would you do that? That's the only thing. Like, it's not that I'm philosophically against it, but just how. I don't understand the logistics of it anymore, and I think it's another waste of time topic that they play to people's emotions and use, but don't intend to actually go through with. The most they'll do is some gesture, like putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. I don't think that she would want to be on the $20 bill. I don't think that's something she would want to be known for, to be put on money. I don't see that as a tribute. But that's what they'll give you, is something like that, some empty gesture. How would you do real reparations now? And how would you figure out how to dole it out? I just think it's a waste of time issue. But that's only my personal opinion on it. I know there's a lot of people that are very passionate about it, but they never seem to have a good plan for how they would do it. This is a good point. This is official TSYS merchandise right here. The shirt I'm wearing. And it's our motto shirt. If it can be destroyed by the truth, it should be. You can get this and many more shirts, including a brand new shirt that I'm going to debut later on in the show and show you. I just made for you guys, just designed it. Later on, I'll show you. But yeah, get your official merchandise. Thanks for putting that up there. Lisa says, F that. I have reparations. Get a job. $40 and an Escalade. Yeah, because a mule wouldn't be very practical anymore. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, the media is trying to push it now that China led the misinformation and profited the most off of this. Bullshit. Again, I'm not very good at math, but I'm not buying that story. Ron wants to rant on how dumb people are still wearing masks and falling for this horse shit. Dude, they're falling for wearing two now. I saw my first double masker out in real life. Yeah, I thought these people only existed on television, but I saw one. And I was amazed. This is crazy. Double masking now. It's unbelievable. I don't know how they've gotten this to go on for as long as it has. I happen to be forced to wear one every day at my job, and I see no end in sight for this stupid shit. The masking is so dumb. It's not to prevent a virus. Like, look, they're even saying it now with implying you need a double and triple mask, that the mask is not effective. That's what they're really saying. But yeah, it's dumb and dumb and dumber and dumb. They don't care. And I just never thought I'd see anyone actually doing it. I thought it would just be something I saw the shills on TV trying to push, but no, people are doing it. You know, my favorite is the ones that wear the mask when they're driving in the car by themselves. Why? What are you doing that for? Right, they're saying 3. Some of these people are saying 3 now. Fauci's saying 2, but there's some organizations are saying 3. No, we're going the wrong direction. It's 0. You're supposed to wear 0 masks. Let's go the other way. You're going the wrong way. This is madness where you're heading. What? Is that really what they said? That wouldn't even surprise me. You know, I don't know if she's joking or not, but she was saying apparently, according to the BLM spokesman, reparations are now kicks in a big screen. That wouldn't even surprise me. I don't even know if that's a joke, because BLM is a joke. And they're a misleading organization, basically a terrorist organization. They don't have positive intentions for the Black community. They are not what they call themselves or what they may have started out as. But that wouldn't surprise me, because that's the kind of bullshit they do. They talk out of both sides of their mouth too. They're not trying to empower the Black community. Right? Yeah, that's craziness. That's a level of brainwash that I don't understand. I don't understand how you get that brainwashed. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, is there any chance that you guys want to see a video? Or no, I got a better idea. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to play this for you, and I will be right back. I'm actually just going to put this up. I'll be right back. I really hope that was funny, because that was super embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. I don't know if I'm more embarrassed now than I was before I had to leave, but I don't know. The whole experience was just awful. But that's exactly what happened, was that I had to go to the bathroom. And, you know, it was one of the things, I felt it hit me. And then I'm like, nah, I can wait. You know, but then I was like, no, this is getting serious. And then I started to flirt with the idea of playing a video. And I was like, I don't have time. I don't have time. I got to go right now. This has to happen right now. So I apologize. I really do. That was super unprofessional. But let's forget it. Let's move on. We all laugh at me. Let's laugh. The dumpster fire went through. No. The other. No, I'm not that young. I'm back too fast for that. Of course, I don't have the problems that Paul has, but yeah, I'd have been gone a little longer. I'm so sorry though. That was embarrassing. I know, right? You do. Hey, and I'm not a young pup anymore. It got serious. I got scared. I was like, nope, this has to happen right now. But look, I ran out of topics that I picked out to rant about a little sooner than I expected to. So I need some help from you, what you want to talk about, what you want to rant about. But again, I want to remind you all what's coming up tomorrow. I'm excited as hell about tomorrow. Ty is coming back to the show and we're going to have a great time. So make sure you come back for that and join us for that. And then Saturday night, we'll be doing the week in review. And what that is I edit up the week and then we watch it back and I host it and break in from time to time and we hang out. And that's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday nights if you want to come back for that. And that's what else is going on this week. But like I said, I want to show you the new shirt. I should make shorts. You can. I can make leggings even. But the new shirt that I made for you guys. I think this is great. This actually came out of an appearance on someone else's show. I gave this look and Paul caught a picture of it and it has now become a t-shirt. But yeah, it's the look t-shirt. It's just a picture of me giving a I'm done with this shit look. But yeah, that's our brand new shirt. And I wanted to show you guys. I thought it was hilarious. But I don't know. We'll see if it catches on. Paul thinks this is a golden idea. I think it's funny. But now it's available on the Shawn Yankey Show t-shirt store. You can get all kinds of swag. But yeah, I think that's funny. That's hilarious. I had to go ahead and make that and put that on a shirt. But it's available in this color, the gray, or military green. Babel's picked the colors. I always try to get her input. I am red green colorblind, so I don't need to be picking colors. But that's our brand new t-shirt, and that's our t-shirt store. So wanted to show that to you. I couldn't wait. I was going to wait till later, but I didn't have time. You know, that word's kind of been hijacked. He asked if I think most woke channels are BS. That word's been hijacked. You know, it's bullshit. Like, we have a morning show on Tuesday mornings, and the tagline is a morning show for the woke. And it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people that are fake woke, which is what I think you're referring to, and, you know, think they're being woke by wearing 3 masks, or they're being woke by ratting on their neighbors for having a public gathering. They're that kind of woke. That's what they've changed that word into. So if we're talking about in that way, yes. Right? Yes. Look, I wish she was making this up. Bill Gates is a supervillain. You know, I'm not even being comical at this point. And he's buying up all the farmland. He's buying up everything he can, getting as much power and influence as he possibly can purchase. And yes, he wants to block out the sun. It's like fucking Mr. Burns. Spiritual as in woke? Spiritual woke. Okay. Well, that would kind of depend on who you're talking about too. But again, probably yes. My answer would be yes as far as most. The authentic people stand out. I think you can tell them. But a lot of people just call themselves that, or I feel. Yes, support this channel. There's many ways to do that in the description. Multiple ways, including sweet ass t-shirts. I love t-shirts. I collect t-shirts, so it was important to me that we have nice t-shirts. Jessica says, I can't see it on my tiny device, but I'll bet they're awesome. Come over to the website and just look. Give them a look. I think it's funny. But I also feel like you had to be in on the joke, had to be there and see the appearance to get it, but maybe not. This is one of my favorites too. I love this. This is the motto shirt, like I was saying earlier, but yeah, this is my favorite. I do really like the logo shirt too, and I still want to get, I don't have them all yet. We have like 8 now. I want to get the conspiracy theories and chill, and I want the Biden shirt. I'm surprised that didn't take off. CJ says the controllers always take people who are really aware of their schemes and demonize them. Make them seem like crazy people. That's how you can really identify who is actual threats to the agenda and what they're doing, by how they treat them. Remember that doctor? What was her name? Judy Mikovits? They ran her through the ringer when she was speaking out in the beginning against the cuckoo virus. I'm trying to learn more about the Bible. I want to learn more about it. I'm taking steps to. I need to actually just sit and read it. You know, I have one that's read by James Earl Jones. I have an audio version of the Bible read by James Earl Jones, and I still haven't finished it. I need to. The motto is, if it can be destroyed by the truth, it should be. That's the show motto. And this is one of the beautiful t-shirts available at the Shawn Yankey Show t-shirt store. And those are all great ways to support the show. I'm trying to look through the comments to see what you guys are talking about. You know, every time that comes up, I was going through the YouTube channel today, and every time that particular letter of the alphabet comes up, they put a Wikipedia correction underneath the video to show everyone that that's not true, that you don't need to look there. Why? You know, every time I mention it, and Lisa can vouch, I talk about it as a psyop, something that was done to mislead and misdirect people. That's what I feel was going on. But they always have to correct my video just because it got brought up. God forbid anybody think that this is legitimate information. It's a way to shame people. And you know, the number, they censor that too. 17. Yeah. That'll trigger you in the algorithms too. They watch for that. Just the information suppression is enough to make you want to look at it. But at the same time, I feel that's how they're giving it validation. You know, they're playing us. Dude, I thought I had time to get to a video. I really did. But I didn't. As soon as I started to bring it up, I was like, nope, we ain't got time for that. My son, about 6 months ago, was asking me for something to post on Facebook. You know, he's like, he was doing something politically for school and wanted something political to post to Facebook. And I gave him something. He's like, what kind of hashtag could I put on it so it'd get attention? And I told him to put the wigga jigga. Dude, it got him put in Facebook jail like immediately. He never even shares anything's political. It's just that kind of suppression always makes me wonder. It's like, okay, well, if it's bullshit, why are you fighting it so hard? What are you trying to keep it suppressed for so much? Hey, Karen. CJ says it helps to understand the Bible to know the author personally. And that I feel is the most important part. That I feel is strong in me. I sound like a Jedi warrior, but that I feel is strong in me, my faith and my connection to God. And I've just been told that I need to learn the word, and that needs to be part of it as well. And I believe that's true. It's just, I don't know why I have trouble. It's not really understanding it. It's that I feel it was manipulated. I'm having trouble with that. People tell me, no, that the whole thing is inspired scripture. I feel like it was changed. Things were altered, added, omitted even, in a way to manipulate the population. And I get that vibe every damn time I try to read it or learn it. I feel like there's, and it's true that there's a large amount of stuff missing, minimal, if nothing's been manipulated or added. But see, even Carrie, I hear this all the time, you know. So that's why I'm trying to make myself learn it. But I really do wish that we could see what's missing and have the entire, maybe one day, when we get all that shit out from underneath the Vatican. You're right, dude. We just waited. We've been stalling ever since you asked us to. I felt I owed it to you after taking a pee break in the middle of the show. And look, that's all I ask. That's it. And that's another thing that we believe in around here. We do have different views. I welcome different views. And mine can be changed given the right information. But that's the only way that you're going to be able to grow and move forward is by opening yourself up and learning from different people that you may disagree with, and being able to not be so damn triggered anytime you do disagree with something that you wonder. Something weird happened on my end, but it shouldn't matter on yours. It's just the first time I've ever seen that happen. Like all your pictures went away. You look, your little pictures. Carrie says nothing's missing that God didn't intend to be missing. So God factored in the Luciferians taking control of the word and omitting certain parts, and in your belief they would have not been able to admit things that he didn't want omitted rather. That's interesting. I've never heard the portals about the Vatican, but that's very interesting. I know they have a lot hidden under in the catacombs or whatever. But the portals, that's interesting. We have to add that to a poll. We choose all of our conspiracy theory topics with a poll. And I got to get off my ass and get the new one up, because we just put up the new video. The latest Conspiracy Theories and Chill video aired last night on the World's Fair. And those now live on Rumble. I'm going to put all the videos over on Rumble now. And I just feel they're safer there, at least for the moment. Because like I said, one of our YouTube channels, the Shawn Yankey Show YouTube channel is on its last strike. If we get one more hit in the next 90 days, they take the whole channel down and wipe all the videos. And so that's why we're not streaming right there right now. But even on either channel, Me on Things and Stuff, where we're currently at on YouTube, the one we started on, or the Shawn Yankey Show channel, everything is very suppressed. All of these conspiracy theory videos are very suppressed. Like, even a good one would get like 50 views in like a week. And that was doing well. That was if they did well. Already in one day, this is up to 270 on Rumble. So we're going to give Rumble a shot. Rumble says they don't censor. So far, they haven't. And they're just safer there. So that's where it's at. And I just put the link in the comments if you want to check it out. And I would appreciate that. Give it a Rumble. That's what they call their like over there. So give it a Rumble. Hey, well, there was some voting today? Are you being serious? Was it local? Because that's really all I could support. I hope Ted Cruz wasn't up for re-election today. That wouldn't look good. Carrie says one, I think, has a duty to him or herself to read it and try to disprove that which one thinks can be disproved. I agree with you that I need to read it. That's something that I am disappointed in myself for not doing, and I will do. I do need to get my shit together and get that done. No. Lee asked if I think a God that can create the heaven and the earth and everything in them can't keep his word. No. But doesn't he also say that Satan is the God of this world? Isn't that in there as well? And will be given free reign for a certain period of time and will deceive the population, the masses. I don't know. Not an expert. Again, trying to be, learning about it, not an expert. I just go by faith and feeling and what feels true to me. That's how I've done it. Oh, voting on the topic. Dude, it's Thursday. It could have been an election. I don't know. I don't pay no attention to that anymore. But no, the poll's not up yet. I haven't put the poll up yet. I was so distracted today. Dude, I didn't even know if I was fired until like noon. They didn't even tell me till like noon. I went to work this morning and got sent home. I know. I got to get the poll up. Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. I mean, couldn't really show you punctuation in speech, but that's what I meant. He has free reign of the earth, though, and is clearly in charge down here. So wouldn't he have free reign to manipulate even that, even the word? Karen says, I don't believe that it's a conspiracy theory that many people will perish or be maimed in the next 14 months by Myrna. It had devastating consequences for the animals. It was my hope that saying it and making like a little word up would help us get past the decoder ring algorithm. But yeah, the jab. Carrie says it would be a perfect topic for you to do a presentation on. Suggestion. Watch the documentary The End Times, then do your thoughts on that. You'll love it. Perfect opportunity to really get into it. The End Times. I'll check it out. I love documentaries. So that'll be cool. I agree. I really can't speak on it much because I'm not allowed. You know how that is, but I agree. I definitely agree. And you can probably tell I'm very distracted. And it's, but It is what it is. Ron says that's why he offered Jesus the kingdoms of this world, because he can do that. Hold on, Tammy's got a rant. She says that her rant is all these damn hypocrites everywhere. The majority of people are complaining about Cruz, but didn't say shit about Pelosi eating designer ice cream or going to the salon, or fucking Cuomo killing all the old people. They are scum that are rich off of our backs, all of them. And you need to come to the watch party. After the show, we have a watch party and watch this back. And I'm going to do it even though I had the little embarrassing dumpster fire. And we talked about that. We talked about how all these politicians are an enemy of the people. All of them. Every single one, even your favorite. They all are working against you. And they are all enriching themselves off the back of regular people when they're supposed to be public servants, and they have forgotten their role. Exactly. Lee says offering what he doesn't have is how the adversary tricked Eve. To counter Ron's point about Satan being able to offer Jesus all the kingdoms of this world because he was the ruler of them. And again, I don't know enough to say anything about it. I'd be talking out of my ass. But we do have a new segment on the show that we should be having a new episode of coming up soon, Truth Church. And maybe we can get a lesson on this and I can get some perspective. But thanks for coming to the show tonight, and make sure to come back tomorrow night for Ty. Ty Nightfall is coming back to the show tomorrow night, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to have a great time with him, I'm sure. And then Saturday night, we'll have the weekend review. But you guys have a great night. And if you're interested, in a little while on my timeline, there will be a watch party, and you come back for that. And I'll see you then. But see you back here tomorrow night with Ty. Have a great night, guys.